About 3 weeks ago, I posted a video on Mr. Abbott here, right around when he tested positive for COVID, and in that same video I opined that on the basis of available birth data, namely that no birth time is known, despite being one of the many dumb and incompetent Republicans pretending to be smart and competent, an attitude they learned from the Emperor of Stupidity himself, the Mar-a-Lago Orange Menace, it seemed to me odds were good Abbott would be re-elected again to his governorship in 2022. But aside from the possibility that there will certainly be birth times that could put this guy in a world of trouble a year and a bit from now and could cause him to lose his job, there's also the fact that fate isn't written in stone, and it can in fact be incredibly fluid, so that your actions ahead of a key event can promote a favorable outcome, or conversely the very opposite if what you are doing is working against your best interests. Abbott doesn't seem to realize, and why would he? Dim light bulbs like this are notorious for tilting heavily ideological while ignoring basic math that can derail the odds of success. Basically, politicians in a democratic system should never be implementing policies the voters oppose in the 60% or more range. Of course, we do have to consider that in the aftermath of the Orange Menace regime, Republicans seem to be all in on rejecting democracy in favor of autocracy, which might be why dim-witted Greg has taken it upon himself to proudly sign into law legislation that is a serious affront to nearly 2/3 of the women that live in this country. On the numbers alone, this is a supremely bad idea, and if we throw in some relevant astrology, we realize it could easily be catastrophic for his future political prospects. Since Eris was discovered in 2005, women as a gender are on the uprise, and this is something that will not be stopped, much less by an incompetent Republican governor flailing around looking for ways to irritate women any more than they're already enraged by the way the Mar-a-Lago gas bag carried on during his tenure. When asked why, on the basis of his newly minted 17th century law, he thought it was wise to essentially force women to give birth to a child that was the consequence of a rape, his response was no, they have 6 weeks to find out if the gruesome violation of their body resulted in a pregnancy, and therefore they could choose to end the pregnancy. Never mind that a lot of women don't even know if they're pregnant until past the 6-week point, and likewise never mind how beyond offensive this kind of reasoning is, not just to women writ large, but to any normal thinking and feeling human being of any gender. But then to see him immediately pivot to say, well, the real issue is that in Texas, they're all about prosecuting rape, because, rape is a really serious crime that must be prosecuted. Really, Greg? Like we don't know that? But what we do know is Texas is one of those states that seem to lead in the rape count. So, Greg, doesn't this alarm you? You think this is going to sit well with women voters? I think what this tool of a man has just done is to instantly increase Democratic turnout in 2022, which I suspect was already going to be really high, but now will be sky high as feminine rage comes looking for this guy. And so, the problems in his chart are now effectively amplified and maximized. This whole topic fits way too neatly, and for him too ominously, in the challenge to his Scorpio sun from Saturn and Uranus in 2022, especially Saturn, which is coming off a station in late October in close proximity to his sun by square. No disrespect meant to all the good Scorpios out there, but for the bad ones, when you hear rape and reproductive issues and all the taboo around all of that, Scorpio is the best place to find it. And Greg here seems determined to tilt his future prospects in the wrong direction. So bottom line, though I am disheartened and dismayed by this recent Texas law, I am simultaneously encouraged to consider the now much better possibility that Abbott is going to lose his job in November of 2022.